All right, if you'd all rise, please. Face the rear. The right flag is at the rear of the building. All need the flag salute. Ready? Begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Please be seated. I want to thank board members for coming out tonight and those stakeholders present. And we will start with roll call from the secretary.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Dave Beauvais.
Here.
Brad Smith.
Excused.
Glenn Chester, here. Brandon Schimmelheim.
Excused.
Jerry Askew.
Here.
David Beresnick.
Here.
Kevin Boucher. Bonnie Marie Berth. Julie Carson.
Here.
Alexia Serino. Erin Nicole Groman.
Here.
Shangela Kester. Sally Kolstock.
Here.
Eric Mansker.
Here.
Robert Norris.
Here.
Lacey Riley.
Excused.
Sean Rivas.
Here.
Robert Stevens.
Here.
Jim Summers. Mary Wang.
Here.
Arthur Dosh.
Here.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and that's enough for a quorum.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. We'll now go to approval of the minutes. There is a typographical error on the agenda. The old cut and paste didn't work this time. We're approving the June minutes from last month.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Okay, so I received 3 changes from David, our minutes writer. Before I go into those changes, are there any other changes that folks would like to make to the minutes? Alrighty. Let's see. My changes are at the bottom of page 1. I was writing down the questions that our board members asked Mr. Kim. And so the first change is the second sentence. Instead of Mr. Smith inquired as to why Dunn does not use the NCs, it should be revised to Mr. Smith would like Dunn's mission to include using the NCs. And then delete the phrase at the end of that sentence, and investments as part of Dunn's mission statement. And the second change is the next statement. Instead of Mr. Smith, it's he urged Dunn to proactively assist NCs in applying for grants instead of being reactive. That's the new sentence instead of that next sentence. And the third change is instead of Mr. Mansker asked for assistance in communicating with our councilman, Mr. Mansker is concerned about Council District 12's responsiveness to GHSNC concerns. Those are the 3 changes that I have. Last call for yes, Mr. Askew.
Thank you. Just one item on the first page, final paragraph where it says Mr. Askew asked Mr. Kim to find a way for NCs to be linked to the City of Los Angeles' homepage. I'd like to correct that. To find a way for the NCs to be linked to the City of Los Angeles' email system.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry. So scratch out the word homepage and put email.
Email system, and then also scratch out www.lacig.org and have it say, and providing email addresses at lacity.org. That's with the @ sign
provide email addresses with the at lacity.org.
So Mr. Askew asked Mr. Kim to find a way for the NCs to be linked to the City of Los Angeles' email system. And then how was it? City of Los Angeles' email system.
Right, and move the email addresses to ones with at lacity.org.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Askew. Are there other changes to the minutes in the audience? Any changes? Going once? Going twice? All right, I'd like to move with those 4 changes that we approve the June minutes as amended. Any second?
Second.
Thank you, Mr. Mansker. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, please say nay. And do I hear any abstentions? I have 1 abstention for Mr. Summers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Secretary. All right, we're going to move on to public comment. I know we have several folks here tonight with public comment. This is comment on non-agendized items. So if you would, come up to the speaker's podium with the microphone right there. I know this gentleman right here in the gray shirt asked for some public comment. If you want to come up first, sir.
Mr. Amar.
Is it Mr. Amar? All right. I will say public comment is limited to 2 minutes if we can. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. I'm a board member of Valley Municipal Council. Can you hear me? Some of you may be familiar with us. For those who are not, we are a 501c3 nonprofit, non-sustaining organization. We have been active in the Valley since 1964. Most of our social services funding is to the Department of Aging. We operate 3 multi-purpose senior centers and 4 elder daycare centers in various parts of the valley. We also operate Meals on Wheels and home hot meal delivery to the frail and elderly. In addition, and among other things, we oversee over 12 interfaith pantries all over the valley, from the west end to the east end. We submitted a proposal a few months ago to your president, your treasurer, since the lease cycle has started on Monday, we would like to
I just want to recognize her.
on the agenda again.
Recognize her.
Going on with
Didn't Bonnie Bruce?
donations for
Oh, no, that was Bonnie.
and the need has increased.
Planning.
Some of our pantries showing 100% increase in clients compared to a year ago. Many people who are going to feed pantries are new clients, some are new neighbors. As you can read in the handouts which I have put on the table to the back like this, and in the brochure for our organization, I have given you our goal is to restock our pantries with high quality protein-rich food. We are going to neighborhood councils, perhaps with this asking for grants through the new NPC application process, which just began at the end of March. We hope to put together grants we get from neighborhood councils and use our wholesale buying power to purchase a large amount of food. I have the completed neighborhood purchases grant application with me, and I have submitted to the president. We know that the pantries we support are among many in the valley, but you can see the list from the list of 12 pantries. You have that our pantries are located across the valley. And we do know that people are traveling outside the neighborhoods to receive food assistance, sometimes because they do not want to receive food pantries in their area. Please read over the materials and consider our proposal. I'm asking tonight that your finance budget committee put us on your agenda for consideration. We would be glad to come back and answer any questions you might have if necessary.
Thank you, sir. And we do invite you to the next meeting. It will be placed on the agenda under normal board issues.